Good morning, ladies and gentlemen.
News alert.
Welcome to Backpack Trader Training Room for Thursday, September 5th, 2024. Please note the required risk disclosure. This room is for educational and information purposes only. It's not to be considered individual financial advice. Trading of this type carries substantial risks and should only be attempted with funds you can afford to do without. Set that aside, we have a crude oil inventory report session at 11. Market is open. And we've got to get in sync on soybeans. 4 seconds after the market open, it's already still above the entry, so I'm going to assume we are not in that trade yet. Now we have an add-on trade, so I'm going to take that one as our that's the most recent trade, so that's where I will be, or I would be if I were trading this. YM takes a short a minute into the session. That's hit target 1 and trailing at 141. That looks like an avoidable short on the micro Russell. All right. And we had a winning trade. That was a stop and reverse on crude. So that goes from 70.03, no, I'm sorry, 69.93. Money management is 70.03, so our targets are 70.07 and 70.13 for 14 and 20 ticks. Unfortunately, we had a full stop out on our first trade that was get in sync. Getting in sync right in this 9 o'clock area. Ultimately went for a full stop. So 28 tick risk, 56 tick loss. We picked up 24 on the last trade, so that still leaves it in, and we have a stop and reverse here, 82 to 93. So that's another 20. That's 24 tick loss. So that's we get that back and are net down to 56. YM turning into a nice short trade, picking up exactly 20 ticks on target. Now trailing all the way down to 051 from our entry at 144. Now down to 026, 016. I'm afraid that one's probably a no trade. That's 7 seconds to the close of the first bar after the setup. So that one, I'm afraid, is a no trade. I'm I'm going to count that as a not executable. Pound Aussie is in a short. It's hit target 1 and target 2, missed target 3 by just a few ticks. Target 3 is 541, and it got to 541.4, so missed it by 4 ticks. Stop is at 561 at the moment. 3 positions still in play there. Unleaded. This long was too early. No chance to get in sync before it hit the stop. This long was too fast. See, well, no, I take that back. 6. Yeah, that we should have been in that, but it's a break even, hitting exactly money management and coming out back for just a tick on the trailer. This short, 499 to 521 for a stop and reverse. That's a 22 tick risk. That's a 44 tick loss. Plus our 2 tick gain leaves us down 42. That goes to target 2 for 41. So we're within 1 tick. And we end up with one tick, so we're dead even, and we actually would take the third trade, or this next short trade that it's now in, and trailing. Approaching target 2. Target 2 is worth 78 ticks. This trailer is at 477, and we have a long trade that didn't quite trigger in, or if it did, was too fast to have traded. Now we go short on the YM at 919. And that looks like it hit money management, so that's a break even. Now we have a long trade, 36, adjust it to 38, and it just triggered in. And it looks, well, taking heat on that one. Still in the long. And target 2 on unleaded. Trailer at 466. Just above money management. That should get target 1 traders positive as well. So this will be a positive session on unleaded gas. Our quitting trade. Long trade on the micro Russell and money management and target 1 on the YM. 25 tick target 1. We adjusted 2 ticks. We pick up 23. And we're now trailing at actually at 39 if you with the adjustment, or 38. There's 39 after all. So we're trailing at 39 now. And we just hit money management on the micro Russell trade. That's going to be 2150 even. Money management. Hey, 49.9 for the stop now. Going through targets 3 and 4. Trade number 1's a winner. And the unleaded trade stops out at 461. So that will end the unleaded session. Crude is done. So we'll bring up micro NQ. There is our start time, right about there. So first trade is a full loss. Second trade looks like we might have gotten enough of a movement in there. I have to go back and look at that. Look at the internals on the bars a little bit. The 4-second bar to see if we actually could have gotten into that. But if we did, that is a solid winner. All 4 targets. And a nice big trailer. We pick up a short. That has gone to money management, and that ends up being a break-even stop out. So win and a loss, possible win and a loss, or a break-even rather. 1 loss, so 1 loss, 1 win, possibly 1 break-even. That's a long setup that has not triggered. So is currently still valid. And now we have a short trade. Long cancels. Excuse me.
News alert.
We have red label news at 10 o'clock. That one, that long trade on the micro NQ was too fast. Short trade is still valid until it looks like the close of this bar. It looks like we'll get crossover on the close of this bar. Pound Aussie stops out to finish off that session. Short trade on the micro NQ. All right, we did trigger into our add on long on soybeans, so that's where we are is long. Still in that trade. Micro NQ. That trade did hit the entry first. I saw it hit the entry and then went to the stop. So that is, I'm going to count that as a loss. Micro Russell with a target 3 win. So target 4 there. So soybeans, Micro Russell, and Micro NQ. Everything else so far is done. .30-second bar there. So that's likely to be a valid trade. That's target 3 and 4 and a target 2 trailer. Yeah, that was our first trade. That was a winner. Second trade avoidable. Third trade. That one went away too fast. We hit target 1 in 5 seconds. Too fast to execute that one. And we have another long trade on micro NQ. I would probably adjust that around the 50 EMA. 991.5. Yeah, 991 definitely adjusted around the 50 EMA, and I take it to 992.5. It's still in that. Long on the micro NQ, flat on the micro Russell. That trade was too fast to execute. Long on soybeans in the lower right corner here. Counterpunch chart. 5-tick range bar. 1.25 point momentum bar for TradeStation. I will go ahead and do a 10 a.m. crude mini session since the inventory report isn't until 11. 8 minutes to go for that. And a potential get in sync trade. Money management on the micro NQ. And a target to win. So that's going to be 92.75 for the stop. And we'll look for target 3 now. Yeah, that was a no trade on the long side. I suspect this one was probably a no trade as well. Spiked through and then went up and then came down. Have to look at that. So it's 1 loss, 1 win, break even, no trade. Too fast. I'll go ahead and take that as a loss since I'm counting the win. That's a little iffy. Trailing now on the micro NQ trade. Approaching target 3. Trailer at 19.010 even. And there's a new long trade on soybeans, but since we're already in the long, add-on long, we'll keep tracking that one. $15.5 for this. Micro NQ stop going through target 3 and target 4. 26 3/4 for the stop. So 2 solid wins and stopping out on the trailer. Two wins, 2 losses, and a break even. So we got 1 trade to go. Let's see where we are. Trade was on Russell. And 30. I would say that one's definitely too early. That one's probably avoidable. This one's a win. Win, avoidable, solid win. So 2 wins. And that's where we are. It's just 2 winning trades so far. And stopping out just now 45-7. So just 2 trades in the books so far on Micro Russell. And another long final trade of the morning, assuming it triggers in, and there's the trigger. So Micro NQ in its final trade of the morning. Soybeans got back up to its entry level on the long, now pulling back a couple of ticks. Three ticks it looks like. Micro NQ trade taking some heat. Minute and a half to the 10 a.m. crude mini session. We will do that because we have the full hour for that session before a inventory report comes out. Long trade. Now we have a long trade. It's going to be a get it and sink. We're still not to 10 o'clock yet. Another minute 10. And that goes too far. So flat and waiting for a new trade. Micro Russell pushing down to the new session low.
News alert.
And we will wait a couple of minutes It's now 10 o'clock into the crude mini session. We'll wait 2 minutes on that because of news. And we did get a winning trade on that final micro NQ trade. Did not quite get to target 3, but we got target 2 and a trailer just above target 1. So 3 wins, 2 losses, and a break even to end that session. Still in our new stand down on crude. Short trade will be get in sync at 10:02. We've got another 50 seconds. And that hits money management, so that one is off the table. No longer a get in sync trade. Soybeans back up to its entry. All right, crude going too far on the short. So that will be a missed trade. Looking for a new setup on crude. Another successful long trade on the micro NQ that we're not participating in. We had a quick short that was a full stop out if it was tradable. Looks like it probably would have been avoidable. Spiking to the entry and then going up. So micro Russell, crude 10 a.m. and soybeans. And we'll do the crude oil inventory report at 11. That will be a new stream. Shut this one down by quarter till, if we aren't already finished with everything. And a long trade on crude that gives us a full stop out, unfortunately. That is a 15 tick risk, so that's a 30 tick loss. And we'll look for a new trade. Micro Russell setting new session high now. Just a few minutes ago set a session low. And there's a new low. All right, crude making its way, and now pulling back to the entry. Soybeans pulling back a bit also. Crude back to the entry. 50 EMA, 20 SMA sitting below it. Hopefully those will provide some support. Short trade setup and triggering in on the micro Russell. Trade number 3 on the day. And money management on the micro Russell. Money management on crude. And I believe, yeah, there's target one. 21 ticks there. Trailer now at 70.19. Money management on the micro Russell trade number 3. Stop at 54.1. No, that's not right. Yeah, that should be 54.1. And stopping out on the trailer, so that completes the 10 a.m. session. On crude. Target 3 and 4 on micro Russell. Now we're headed down again on the market indices. Back and forth morning with some significant range in both directions. This is win number 3, solid win, trailing below target 4. And the micro Russell stopping out. That's 3 wins. One more win, or up to 3 more trades. And soybeans in positive territory. And soybeans back to the entry. Remember, our trade is this add-on, kind of dark green trade right here where my cursor is. right, soybeans and micro Russell, all that's left. Micro Russell is flat, soybeans is long. I was busy. looking elsewhere. Not a good thing when you're trying to trade. Long trade on micro Russell. And this is our fourth winner, so this will be our last trade of the day. Already through target 4. Fourth winner on 4 trades. Trailer at 51.2. And soybeans still kind of stuck. Okay, 51.9 still for 51.9 for the stop on the micro Russell. Back to the entry again on soybeans. So that will leave just soybeans. And as slow as it's going right now, I'm inclined to probably call in the morning once the micro Russell trade finishes. I will be back at 11 for the crude oil inventory report, since that's on at 11 this morning. And stopping out at target 3 on the trailer on the micro Russells. Soybeans is all that's left. That is the 4th win, which meets our goal of power quitting on the micro Russell. So we have soybeans, which is sitting right at the entry point again. And soybeans just going nowhere fast. And soybeans just hanging around. So I am going to call it a morning. All right, folks. I will see you back in about 25 minutes, and then we'll do the crude oil inventory session for today. Then it will be on to Tuesday of next week at 9:30. So everyone have a good half hour or so. Be back in about 25 minutes for the crude oil inventory report for this week. See you then.